All right. Thank you for joining me tonight. I figured it out before you guys said anything. So, ha. But yeah, my mic was off when I was talking. Sorry about that. Anyway, we're going to jump right into it and then, yeah, we'll move on. So, tonight, obviously, it's not going to be that long. Um, you know, I'm going to get to the points and then I'm going to go off. So, what are we talking about tonight? Like I said, what was mentioned at the World Economic Forum gathering, right? They talked about now carbon footprint tracking, from what I'm being told, is not new, but this technology they're looking to release is new. Biometric Checkout program, which is interesting enough, it actually started a week ago before the meeting, but they were talking about that and digital currency. So they're going to link digital currency to your biometric checking out, which is fucking strange. And then we're going to talk, that's pretty much it. So let's get it started. With that, guys, listen, the World Economic Forum, they're doing their thing. And they are slowly but surely letting people in on their little secret. Let's see. I don't know. They're waking people up, but I think they're waking up the people they want, if that makes any sense. You know, it's it's going to be a constant battle, and they're going to win to a point. I hate to say, unless we step up our game or we do some. Here's the problem: for us to do something, we have to have concrete proof that this is happening. Now, yes, we have this proof that is happening, but there's so many people who are on board with this ideology, with this New World Order shit, or the World Economic Forum. They're on board with this. So there's not much we can fight. Uh, Texas beekeeping lady, do me a favor. Can you let me know which issue he said that in the Forbes magazine? Yes, 10L. We know that. They're planning a great reset. Yes, Rapture Ready, nothing's going to stop this. Exactly. But because so many people are going to be on board. But they're also going to have, like I said before, some kind of cataclysmic event to happen that's going to get even more people on board. All right. So, this week, guys, at the World Economic Forum gathering, they unveiled the idea of carbon footprint tracking or measuring your carbon footprint. This is brought forward or to light by the uh, Alibaba Group President Michael Evans. Now, Michael Evans seemed really excited about this thing when he was talking about it. You can see the videos online. Um, he was almost ecstatic, and he was like, and out of his mouth, man, we would like to track, or you can. He's saying this. He's saying you can track what you eat, uh, how much you eat, where you go, how you travel, where you travel to. Monitoring your financial transactions, which will come later. Guys, they want to track our carbon footprint because they want to track our every step. Has nothing to do with carbon footprint. I think carbon footprint is just a ploy to get people to go, hipsters and tree huggers to be like, oh man, that's an awesome idea. I'm going to track my fucking carbon footprint to see how much damage I'm creating on this planet. That's what they want to do, but that's not what it's about. Now, this is not operational, guys. It's in the works. And Michael Evans, again, was really excited. So when they unveil it, he's going to be super excited. It's going to be like a schoolgirl bitch. But anyway, not the point. So, with this carbon footprint tracking, guys, they can limit your travel, limit the amount of meat you eat, or food for that matter, limit your power usage in your home, limit your travel, limit the method of travel, right? So if you are going to take a plane, or like, well, you rode 8 planes this year, let's switch to something safer, an electric plane. No such thing, but you get my point. They can limit what you buy and where you buy it from. They can limit how you spend your money, what you spend it on. They can limit the amount of heat and or AC you use, and they can absolutely limit the amount of water you use. This guys. Now, when they unveil this carbon footprint tracking, it's gonna be just that in the beginning. They're just gonna you're gonna plug in all this information, and then they're gonna have people plug in all this information, and they're gonna do something called data gathering. They're gonna gather data through everybody who's signing up for this fucking program, like fucking drones, and they're gonna do a lot of data gathering, and they're gonna start fucking adding offers on if you let us minimize your carbon footprint by suggesting these things. And they're going to give you these bullet points on how you can eat less meat and substitute it for this. Power usage. Make sure you shut off all the lights when you're not using them. As soon as you don't need your lights, turn it off. Get your AC up to 70 degrees instead of 68. So these are things that they're going to suggest in the beginning, and then it's not going to be a suggestion anymore. Down the line, they're going to start demanding this of you, especially when they start telling you the Earth's in peril and it's going to die if we don't do something. Right? So we have that bullshit to contend with. Yes, Tiger. I'm not playing this game either, but this is, letting you guys know this is what's coming. It's the game for the morons to play. We're not morons, so we're not going to play this game. Tea time. But my daughter made it for me, so I have to fucking drink it. Well, listen, independent many united. Sorry, Jesus, I don't know why I fucked that up. The social credit score is just the first step into that. The social credit score is going to get rolled into your carbon footprint tracking. Then they're going to call it something else altogether. But yeah, they're going to use two systems. They're going to use the Chinese system, and they're going to come up with their own, and they're going to meet in the middle, right? And then it's going to become a fucking problem. And then the only way you can get work or you can eat is being enrolled in this program, right? But that's down the line. That's not immediately. I mean, unless again a cataclysmic event happens in the next 2-3 years, that's not going to be an immediate thing. Rapture ready, exactly. Songbird. So, with that, guys, we have Biometric Checkout program, which MasterCard launched. I think a couple weeks ago. They wanted to do this, by the way, MasterCard wanted to do this because there's been growing demand, so they say, for contactless pay. I guess less people don't want to deal with touching any of the devices, especially because of the pandemic. So MasterCard jumped into this biometric checkout program, which brings facial and fingerprint recognition technology to the point of sale. So either you look into this device or you put your finger or your thumb or your index finger, whatever it is, on the device and you pay for it that way. This program is actually started right now in Brazil, if I'm not mistaken. Some kind of popular supermarket chain in Brazil called Marche, or I'm pretty sure I'm fucking that up, Saint Marche Supermarkets. They're using the facial recognition, not the hands. They're using something called PayFace. Stupid. But MasterCard is working with several biometric and tech firms, including PayFace and Fujitsu, to roll out the program. Now, again, PayFace, I guess you look into a device, scan your face, and then you walk out of the store. So then you don't have to touch anything. MasterCard is planning to launch a similar pilot in the Middle East and Asia. Of course, the Chinese are probably going to already have their own if they don't already. Biometric payment may be the answer to heightened demand on contactless pay and transaction security. Bullshit. Because you can absolutely not fake, but I know that there are facial point recognition bullshit that can be faked with masks and things like that. Now, someone said some of these face scanning technology might not be able to scan the mask, or if you have points on a mask like your face, it could pick it up. They haven't run into that problem yet, but that was a theory that was thrown out there a couple of years ago. So 30%. Now I think this might be on the level. 36% of global respondents said that they were at least somewhat uncomfortable with biometric payments. Guys, biometric payments sounds like bullshit. Sounds like they can lock you out of the system. They want to digitize everything under their control. carbon footprint tracking, biometric payment, and then digital currency. All three of those things means you have to enroll in a program and play along with their bullshit. Lost souls, they are tracking you on your phone, but your phone is not always on you. I don't take my phone when I go for a fucking walk, right? So your phone's not on you. But with this program, they're probably going to demand that your phone be on you at all time, unless they go through way of camera, right? And not for nothing, I know a lot of people keep saying they're tracking your phone. No, they're not currently tracking us on our phone. They can absolutely find out where you are or where you've been. But nobody's sitting in front of a computer right now going, that nigga Jason's sitting at home still. They're not doing that. They only track your shit when you fucking get caught up in a crime or some shit. Or they need to find you. That's when they track your phone. Your phone is not actively being tracked right now. There's no one that's looking for any of us. We're not that important. I know a lot of people think they're that important, but we're not that important. They can care fucking less. If we commit a crime, then they could see where you were and where you are if you have your phone on you like an idiot. But right now, no one is actively tracking us. Right? I'm sorry. I can't see them going, oh, these guys, they're all watching this fucking dude on YouTube. They're all sitting around their computers. Like, no one cares. But they will get to a point where they do care, and they will be fucking tracking you every step. And even then, they won't be tracking you until you fuck up or until you pop up on their radar. Like, think about it, guys. We don't have the manpower to track everyone in the United States. We just don't. We don't have the manpower for people to sit there and look at the blips on the screen and going, oh, look at that. Sarah Marshall. She's hanging out at her boyfriend's. Wait a minute, that's not her boyfriend's house. Oh, that's the side piece. No one cares. It's not that bad. Trust me, it isn't there yet. Are we going in that direction? Yes. But we are not there yet. We just don't have the manpower to do it. When they activate AI to start monitoring this kind of shit, then that's a different ballgame altogether. Because then AI in real time can track where you are and tell you where you shouldn't be or where you are. AI is doing it. Someone crypto, yeah, but AI is not doing the tracking now. The AI here in the United States is not as good as the one in China, so they say. China's AI is pretty good. It tracks their every whereabouts. We're not there yet. Our tracking capabilities are not there yet. And in China, they have AI tracking everyone, but they still have people in the room watching AI track everybody else. He says, I work in S2S shop, bro. Whatever that means. I don't even know what that means. Computer nerd? I don't know. You gotta explain in the email. Email me at the angrytruth77@gmail.com. That is why, guys, they want the microchip. They want the microchip so that you can't shut off your phone. You can't leave it behind. That's what they want the microchip on board. That's why they want the contactless pay. They want all of that shit. No, I don't trust Alexa, Michelle. They want all of that shit so that we can be tracked in real time. Right now, if I go for a walk, my phone stays here. They're not tracking me. They're not actively. That's what I'm saying. They're not actively tracking us. They can see where we are, where we were, and where we're going. Not much where we're going, but where we are. But they cannot. They're not actively tracking us like they are in China. Can you refuse the microchip, or will they mandate us? JD. Right now, the microchip thing in certain countries is a test. It's a trial run. I know there was a city or a town. Sorry, I want to say Ohio or Oklahoma, where everybody was outfitted with the chip so that they can test this out, right? So again, that was a small town. It's going to get to that point where they're going to probably demand everyone has it. But again, after the cataclysmic event, then that's when you can push all of this shit in a cataclysmic event, guys. Once you make people desperate and hungry and need shelter and need to be warm and loved and all this other bullshit that fucking these liberals need, that's when you introduce something like that, because that's when you have everybody in your back pocket. Until then, you can't do it. You can't implement something like that because 90% of us are not on board with this shit. Rapture Ready says all the cameras have facial recognition. Yes and no. All the cameras in this country do not have facial recognition. Cameras around high target buildings, if you will, or areas have facial recognition. Explained to me by a terrorist, what you call it, a terrorist unit cop. He says, like, like the camera in the bodega doesn't have facial recognition in it. The camera at fucking the mom and pop's fucking Piggly Wigglies, they don't have facial recognition. But if you were to go to the new World Trade Center building, facial recognition all over the fucking area. In the subway systems, a lot of the subway train stations, have facial recognition, right? So again, it's not everywhere. Well, that's what I mean. We're not being actively tracked fully yet. But again, guys, it's coming. It's just a matter of time. Now, the biometric pilot, I said it was run in Brazil. They're planning to release it, yada, yada, yada. Oh, okay, so here's the thing. So once you're rolled into the system, customers can check out with their face, fingerprint, no card or mobile phones necessary. Face and fingerprint. Probably most likely your thumb, unless you're missing a thumb. That's how it works. And again, that's in Brazil. I haven't seen any videos on it, and I also didn't look hard enough, but I'm pretty sure the video's out there on it. So, guys, this rolls over into digital currency. They're talking about digital currency, and it'll be out in a few years. A couple of elites at the World Economic Forum were talking about digital currency being something that they can track easy. And that was something that they said. The lady actually said it. Sorry. She was like, so you could track digital currency and what we spend it on? The guy goes, yeah. He says, so we know we get a better idea, and this is the angle that we're trying to use. We get a better idea on what the consumer is buying. Because you don't know that already. You're going to try to hide your bullshit behind digital currency and tell us that. So when he said that, I knew, first of all, digital currency is bullshit. Digital currency, guys, is going to be run by the central bank digital currency. Central bank, which is CBDD. You heard me, CBDC, sorry. You heard me mention this before. These are banks that are run by the government. Digital currency is ultimately going to be controlled by the government through their central digital bank. Central bank digital currency is bad. Bad. Because again, they can control exactly what you buy and how much you buy. For example, brush for your face. You have 3 of them. They know you bought 3 of them. They check and go, he has 3 already. Why does he need a 4th one? Deny, right? Digital currency is bad. But again, cataclysmic event, create a problem, here's your solution. Right, so digital currency, guys, will be easy to track. They say that it will be more efficient and secure, meaning that people can't copy it and fake it. Bullshit. Give somebody enough time, especially a hacker, they will figure it out. Digital currency will be getting rid of cash, hands down. Digital currency will allow to cut you off, deduct from your account, award you if you're a good citizen, and ultimately control you. Digital currency, guys, if you own a bill and you didn't pay that bill in 30 days, the company will have rights to deduct from your account. They sort of do that now, actually. But they have these rights without even asking you. Right? So they can take this straight out of your bank. If you're a good snitch or you're a good citizen, sort of like in China with the social credit system, they can award you money. Oh, you were a good little Negro today. Here's $2, or 2 coins, or whatever the fuck it is. And the digital currency will not be in dollars. It won't be in, yen or ruble. It won't be in any of that. It'll be its own currency and whatever they're going to title it, whatever they're going to call it. They haven't come up with it yet. So you guys heard me mention the whole the central digital bank currency back in May when I did a live stream back then. Right, and I told you that the government will have total control over the over your money, over the way you live. You bought 2 spatulas, but why do you need a 3rd? You're going to have to give them a reason why you need a 3rd one. And if you don't give them a good reason, they can deny you this. They can deny you clothes. Well, why do you need 6 pairs of fucking Louis Vuitton shoes? Because I want it. No, denied. Now, if you're buying Louis Vuitton shoes, guys, you're probably an elite and you'll probably be exempt. The problem with this whole system that they're looking to build, guys, is that this is for the poor. This isn't for the elites. The elites will be exempt. The elites will be exempt from a lot of this. I think that Bezos and Gates and Musk and the rest of them, they're going to be exempt from this, and we're going to be fucking left holding the bag. Because why? Because we're simple, poor folks that drink tea and drink vanilla Pepsi milk concoctions. That's probably why. Nicole says, I don't like expensive shoes anyway, so fuck them. Yeah, I hear you. Neither do I. So again, the digital bank, like I said, guys, they can cut you off from your money. Now, we saw a sample of this, of people being cut off from their bank accounts in Canada when the truckers were protesting, right? And people who helped. So the truckers, the Canadian truckers, and the people who helped had their bank accounts frozen for helping out. Now, if Canada was able to do it now, without a central bank digital currency in place, imagine what they're going to do when they have it in place, right? So, people who are researching and developing this right now, like I said before, guys, United States is doing this, Brazil, China, Canada, Germany, Austria, and Australia are all researching and developing a central bank digital currency or central bank system. Now, eventually, guys, I know here in the United States, the central bank will be something that they offer, like other banks. Then they're going to start boxing other banks out once they become the lead in the game. But I don't know how they're going to become the lead, because if you don't trust the government, why the fuck would you trust them with your money, right? So something to consider, guys. I definitely wouldn't. Christian Prepper said the Canadians did it under the Emergency Act. Right, still, they did it under the Emergency Act, but they still did it, right? And they still held people's money hostage. So again, if they were able to do it then, if they have total control of your money, you're fucked. And this is why, and if they get rid of cash, guys, then what? What do we do? Right? If we're not enrolling into the system, we're not playing this game with them, how are we going to survive? Well, you know how we're going to survive? We're going to build a community of our own, or a network of our own. Aubrey, yes, absolutely. Native Americans, you guys are on board with this whole thing too. No one's going to be exempt, guys. I know like Native Americans, they get a lot of, I guess, governmental breaks, if you will, but they're not going to give a fuck, man. The elites do not care. They are looking at us right now, guys, as just that. Fucking numbers. That's all we are to them. We're nothing else. So, Native American, Chinese, black, won't be able to pull the transgender card or the gay card. You're not going to be able to pull the black card or the fucking Native American card. You're going to be one of their fucking slaves. So the bartering system is a system we're going to have to... But no, we're going to have to come up with a network. Not so much a system. Bartering system, absolutely. But we're going to have to come up with a network. A network that's going to have to fight against this. But this is going to be a long fight, guys. This fight is not going to be in 2 years and 3. It's going to be a fucking long fight. We're in this for the long haul. I'm not on board with nothing. Yeah, listen, I know a lot of us are not on board with it. But I'm going to tell you now, guys, some of you guys will crack. Some of you guys will join this system. They will present a problem, guys, and they will give you a solution. And if you're desperate enough, you will take that solution. It's human nature. All right? It's human nature to fucking do shit like that. Some of us will die on a hill. But if you watch your kids are starving and shit, are you going to let your kids starve, or are you going to jump into the system? That is why we have to come up with our network before they implement their bullshit. So when they implement their bullshit, we have something to fall back on. We can't fall back on it if we have no fucking network to fall back on. Colorado Prepper. Yeah, I'm not sick. I'm just tired. I've been tired a lot lately. This whole week. Trying to get back into working out and CrossFitting is whipping my ass. Alright, so now I'm like tired every day. I'm like, why do I feel so old? Because I am fucking old. 44, I'll be 45 next month, July. And everything fucking hurts. Everything hurts. I roll out of bed, I feel like I'm 80 years old. I go to fucking tie my shoes, I feel something pop on my knee and my back. I'm like, what the fuck's going on? It's old age, man. So I'm always wiped out. My body's going to start responding to it a lot better. I get up in the morning, I feel great. But by this time of night, all I want to do is lay down fucking with my with my Pepsi and milk and go to sleep. Mary Joy, I don't know. I think this monkeypox is just a ruse. Texas B said she'll be 60 in July 10th. Nice. Said keto, Jason. I'm not doing fucking keto. No way. Fuck that. Flo Smith, 44 is not. You know what's funny? When people who are 60 or 50 like, I wish I was 44. I'm like, yo, I wish I was fucking 24. How about that? Someone, Linda said, just wait till you're 58. If I even make it that far. Wait till you're 60 and fight getting out of bed in the morning. Wolf Mule, I fight getting out of bed now. I'm like, why am I even getting up out of fucking bed? To do what? Open the fucking paper and see more bullshit? No, I'm going to stay in bed. I don't do that. You know, I get out of bed and I fucking fight it every step of the way. Have you ever heard of Wi-Fi triangulation? But again, Crypto Pirate 1776. I heard about the Wi-Fi triangulation. There was a thing on Netflix. The guy was talking about all of these things that they can do to triangulate you, but they have to be looking for you. They're not looking for me. If you are a threat, yes. If you are a threat, they're absolutely looking for you, but they're not looking for us. As a matter of fact, if they're looking at the camera, looking at me, going, "Oh, he's home," they only look for threats as of now. They're going to perfect that system so they start looking for us when we don't join their system. Then it will become a problem. Right now, they're not actively looking for us. And Crypto Pirate, I get what you're saying. I understand wholeheartedly what you're saying. But we are not being looked at or followed that closely. No, sir, the data's already gathered. Crypto Pirate said, yes, I know the data's gathered. No, let's put it like this. If the data was gathered, there are a lot of court cases that I've watched that they should have known certain things about certain people, but they didn't. Right? So again, the data's gathered for who? They're not gathering it for us. I mean, they might be gathering it for us, but they're not going to use it for us or on us at any given time. It's a test run for what they're going to do later. Again, when they want us to be a part of that system, then they're going to press us with this shit. But right now, they're not fucking actively tracking us. If people think they're actively tracking us, there's no need to actively track us. Let's put it like that. If I decided today to fucking start punching hipsters in the face and running down the fucking street saying I fucking hate the President of the United States, if I started that fucking shit, then they would start actively tracking me. But right now, there are too many people to actively track. What they do is they put you in a data system and then you stay there. And then when you do something crazy like punch hipsters in the face, then they look back on the information and go, oh, okay, we see a trend. He was hanging out in hipsters areas looking for them. Like that kind of shit. But they're not actively looking at us right now. Okay, right. That's exactly, Crypto Pirate, that's exactly what I just said. All right, so we're saying the same shit. I think you just feel like arguing with me for whatever reason. Don't do any crimes, please. No, I'm not saying I'm going to punch hipsters in the face. I'm just using that as an example. But World War III will be the real. RWD, yes. Again, World War III, the cataclysmic event that happens, will have a lot of people getting chipped. See you later, Crypto. That is why setting everything back to zero isn't a bad idea. It would be horrible. It would be horrible in the beginning, but we would adapt. But setting everything back to zero, I think, is the only way. Bossiest Warrior. I don't know. I'm not buying this fuck. I mean, listen. I'm not buying the monkeypox thing, but I'm also, because of what happened in Texas, we're not hearing about monkeypox anymore, or how far it's spreading. And I actually haven't looked it up because I don't care. Here's what it is. Okay, so because I just opened my mouth and spoke about it, I'm looking at it, I'm going, oh, monkeypox is in 7 states. But the health officials say, do not worry. They urge awareness, but not fear. Okay, so they're telling you to fucking worry. Colorado has 2 positive cases. Oh, probably gay. Did I say that out loud? I said that out loud. I'm sorry. Health officials scramble to raise... Oh, so health officials scrambling to raise awareness on monkeypox ahead of Pride Month. Okay, so... whatever. Now, here's the thing. Monkeypox should be able to be contained. It's not like you're in a... you're sneezing and coughing. I mean, like, it should be contained. It's a very close transmitted disease. You know, whatever. Here's why scientists aren't crazy scared about. When you start using terms like crazy scared in an article, you're a fucking asshole. But yeah, guys, it is what it is. I don't think this is going to amount to much. I would be surprised if they did. If this turned into a fucking shit show, I'd be surprised with this. I think what they're looking to release is going to be something way fucking worse and scary. But I don't think this is it. But leave it to the Pride community. If it blows up next month, guys, we had no one else to blame but them. Because right now, they just, like I said in the article written by Stat News, they wrote this 17 hours ago. They're trying to raise awareness. Whatever. The NPR News, the spread of monkeypox was predicted by a scientist in 1988. Interesting. I'm going to read that a little later. How to protect yourself against monkeypox. I don't know. Drink fucking soda and milk and you'll be fine. Brianna, that's what I'm thinking. Something a little more the lines of that. Something along the lines of airborne Ebola or Mossberg, right? Something along the line of that. Christian Prepper, I saw alone. I don't know. Listen, I tried to get on that show, man, and I couldn't. I mean, I actually stopped a few years back, but I think like 3 years straight, man, I was fucking, trying to get. I didn't even get an email back saying, hey, this is what you need to do. Like I never even got that email back. I know you're supposed to put a video together and a montage of shit showing you acts and stuff and scraping wood and eating worms and fucking building a teepee and dancing around it naked and jumping into a fucking lake and pulling out a fish with your bare hand and a fucking crab in your teeth and you're like, I can fucking survive the wilderness. Like I know you're supposed to do that kind of video, but I never got like an invite back from that, But I love the show. I think the show's awesome. You learn a lot from that show. Like the one guy in the first episode, I was like, this guy's an asshole. I'm not gonna build a shelter, and then a fucking storm came over him, and then he's like, I fucked up. I shouldn't have did that. I should have built a shelter. I'm like, yo, that's the first thing I build when I'm anywhere in the wilderness. I build my shelter first, whether that's fucking a natural shelter, my hammock, or my tent. I build my shelter first. Jane, yes, Delaney, the weakened immune system with all the stresses that they're doing. That was last weekend, right? So again, guys, they're building the stresses out to get you stressed out, to get you sick over some bullshit. Hell, man, they might even release the super cold, and that'll be the new fucking thing to get nervous about. Virginia reported its first presumed case of monkeypox yesterday. All right, whatever, man. So monkeypox is the new thing. Big deal. Don't fucking, keep your dick out of fucking whatever you're supposed to keep your dick out of and you'll be fine. Wear rubber suits wherever you go. It's all good. Just kidding. I don't know. I'm not even worried about this. I'm not worried about any of this bullshit. Whatever the fuck comes our way, guys, we're going to handle it. Bottom line. We'll be okay. All this bullshit, all this getting you nervous and sick and trying to stress your immune system so that you can get sick. I'm not about that. Fuck them. They can eat a dick. All right. Anyway, guys, with that, I'm going to go off the air. I ran a little longer than I should have. for a few hours. You're on purpose says we're going to geocaching for a few hours tomorrow. Very good. All right, guys. So other than that, I will see you guys next week. Who the fuck do I have on next week? Do I have on Hudson or what's his name? Roaming Prepper. I have somebody on next week. Wrong month. I think I'm interviewing Northern Prepper 1 next week. I think so. And then Hudson Valley is the 7th of June. Roaming Prepper is the 14th. And then I'm looking to get Heroic Prepper on here as well. I just got to get a date for him. But, guys, anyway, other than that, good night. See you guys, whenever. Fucking next week sometime. All right, guys? Later.